all lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Yeah. Welcome everybody to the platform. Welcome. How y'all doing out there? Man? Hope everybody's doing well.
You know, it pains my heart when I see what this government is doing to the great sprinting legend of Jamaica, Usain Bolt. It is a disgrace. The man invested his money for his retirement in an institution regulated by the Jamaican regulatory body for investments in the country. And there was a massive fraud going on in there. Nigel Clark was Minister of Finance. When the report come to his office about the problems, he put the report in a cupboard and forget about it. Andrew Holness had money in there, and Andrew Holness take out his money before the thing collapsed and leave Bolt and others to suffer the massive losses of, in his case, millions and millions of hard-earned US dollars that he raised through his exploits on the track to bring glory to Jamaica. What can go so? What can go so? Well, I'm here to tell you that when we form government, no stone will be left unturned to chase down that money for Mr. Bolt and the others. No stone will be left unturned. This lackadaisical approach, dragging the thing out, we can't get any information. We want the reports. We want the CRAW reports to see what has happened. And there must be a commission of inquiry into the regulatory failures that would allow an institution like that, licensed to deal in securities and manage people's money, to have been operating for years, carrying out such massive fraud, and the regulator let them go ahead until it was too late. We are going to get to the bottom of it because we respect the people involved who have put their money in Jamaica, and to the diaspora and others overseas. We need to send the signal that we take it seriously and that Jamaica is a place where you can come and invest your money, and this government is letting the people down. You know,
government have a responsibility. They are the ones that issue licenses to these investment houses, you know, and then the issuing of the license, what they are saying to the public is that I'm satisfied that these are good people to do business with, so you can go to business with them. Well, that is what Usain Bolt did, and look what happened to him.
Because sometimes the leaders tend to believe that it is about them. And they are hurt, and bear this, and bear that, and they run off and do their thing. No more of that! No more of that! No more of that! This is one party, and I have taken a year, and I have been very accommodating. I have tried to build consensus. I have worked with everyone. I have embraced everyone. But now is work time, and those who have an issue, leave!
God, no, this have to come to an end. This have to come to an end.
Then double rich, then triple rich, all of them a millionaire teacher. That's why yesterday have too much big talk. That's why yesterday I shoot them one another. So I shoot them one another. So I go for the Portmore people, them and I demand them to change up boundary for them state of power. But it not gonna work. It can't work. There is no way Portmore can be a parish and it do have nothing at all. And the people don't even stand. Let me tell you something. This can't work, government. Andrew, you have to take this. When I say you have to take back this, you have to take back this. And you can't call an election because you call you're done. So when and when you don't call you're done. If you call you're done and if you don't call you're done, so what you gonna do? You're there in the middle. Take for yourself. You feel, you know, pack your bag and go, resign, take away yourself your peaceful life, go on with what you have, because we still have to lock you up, and you can't escape. No way you can't escape. Thief! Me say, as you go on the internet and type in, and you name a thief come. And the second thing will come up, oh God, Bandulu. What me say? Bandulu, lie come up in a teacher squealing, and me say, I find your name. Boom, thief. I come up. So Andrew is a thief, and him is a liar, and him is a big nothing but a dirty criminal. Andrew retired and you left the country and a fear. Your mama never will out to you, and your father never, your two father never will out nothing to you. Right now I'm thinking that rich and never work for them, never rotten millionaire. You understand? So what go on? And Jamaica people are broke. Eh? Teacher, this cannot work. Thief, criminal. FBI will come for them now. Wait, Mr. Bull, call them. FBI, please, you know, come. The matter get worse. The matter get dread. FBI, you know, come down in Jamaica, come look what go on. The situation right. It's not pretty at all. Bad things are going on here. Dread things are going on here. Judgment on the people that want help. FBI, come help me. FBI, please, we are begging over the last hour with the party break. FBI, come. FBI, come. No wait. It get dread. And you take for yourself, you're a thief. Wicked and lie. We're afraid of you. We can't eat, we can't drink, we are suffer down here. FBI, boy, call them. Help me call them, boy, tell them in our country. Try your big liar for it and give my money and make him trouble case for you. Because they have the money and SSL lock them. SSL nothing to nobody and nothing what none at all. Because I write the evidence there and the laptop them dodge off and thief. So boy, forget the money and the poor people then forget back the money. Them is thief. Judgment! FBI to come, get them quick and fast. What, Mr. Call them, tear them, come. He just, guess what, listen.
Ball out! Whoa, yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out from Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me go to Portland. Why me travel to Portland? Take out somebody, man or woman.
Hey y'all, please remember to hit the like button. I know y'all coming sometimes and y'all forget, but the main thing, man, y'all gotta hit the like button, man, and share the live stream. Come on now, stop playing. Support. The like button is free, heard? How y'all doing, ladies and gentlemen? How you guys doing? Today is a sad day for our democracy. Today is the day that Jamaica Labour Party used their majority in the House to pretty much spit in the face of the people of Portmore and in essence the people of Jamaica. Why do I say that? They have committed an act that is unconstitutional, changing the borders of a constituency to make it a parish so they can get political advantage. And we have said that with the chest out because that is exactly what was done today. They have told you, the Jamaican people, that they have no regard because anything they can do to Portmore, they can do to anywhere else. Ladies and gentlemen, a dangerous precedent was set today. We are looking at a corner dog that will do anything, you understand, absolutely anything to get things into their favor because them know so them in a trouble and them know so time come. And that's why we want the legal, we want justice to be served in this country on all levels. You understand? But let's get into the reaction because Peter Bunting and DAMIAN CRAWFORD, and forgive me the other senator, his name is escaping me, really set the precedence as to why we now understand fully based off evidence. Even new evidence came up. The letter that Peter Bunting presented, that the Speaker of the House was very, very upset about. I spoke about it in my live earlier, specifically. Now I understand why he's so upset, because that letter is coming from an individual that knows and stated in the letter that that act is unconstitutional and it is indeed gerrymandering. Let's get into the content, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get right into the content.
Thank you. Thank you, Minister Johnson Smith. And we'll have Senator Bunting.
Juliet, big up. Oh, by the way, Angela Forbes, thank you so much for coming in early on the live. Thank you so much. Jerry Salda, big up. Sionis Mills, big up. Juliet, big up. One Chu, Emperor, big up. Let's go. And remember, the donation link is pinned, guys. Let me pin it right now. Cash App, PayPal. It's right there.
Thank you, Mr. President. I believe that I am the only member of the Senate here today who has served on the
Lorraine, what's up?
Commission of Jamaica. No, I'm not here. The substantive president has served, but he's absent today. And in any event, would not properly be allowed to participate in the debate. So I think it is important that I perhaps shed some light on the technical process that is involved in creating new constituencies.
Teachable moment.
This bill would.
This part right here is a teachable moment. What Mr. Bunting is going to highlight is the normal process to go about making a change that the JLP is rushing. And we all know why. Because the general election is coming and it gives them the advantage. Do I need to play Everett Warmington's audio before we start?
The most difficult of the three was Portmore, and we have made it much easier now. I've been fighting before 2011 when we had the last boundary change that Portmore should not be a Spanish town. And today I'm happy to say that we have the boundary that we wanted all along. For real, next 10, Limestone Grove, Range Lane and that side will no longer be in Portmore. So the whole of them big people on the left, then the other them is in. And we'll be able to make a decision anymore.
Member of Parliament for Southwest Wilmington has asserted that the Jamaica Labour Party will have control of the Portmore Municipal Corporation once the separation is made.
I can say further, when we take Portmore off of St. Catherine, it's a different ball game across it. We have a 41 seats, now 42 seats. Out of these 42, PNP, you have 12 in Portmore. We won 2, they won 10. Yet they won the St. Catherine Parish Council by 1 seat. 1 seat because they get 10 from Portmore. Now, give them back them PNP 10. Leave us alone over here. And it means that under no circumstances PNP can ever win the St. Catherine Parish Council again.
Be doing a new constituency, redrawing constituency boundaries. In fact, the last major such process of constituency boundary review took place in the period, I think it was 2009 to 2010, when 3 new constituencies were added to Jamaica, 2 in St. Catherine and 1 in St. James. And I must tell you, as a commissioner then, a nominated commissioner, and the general secretary of the party, I was very much involved, along with then General Secretary Carl Samuda, and the director of elections, and ultimately the independent members in determining these boundaries. I remember at the time, I distinctively remember MP Warmington coming to the committee that was dealing with it to make a presentation, and he strenuously objected then to the boundaries we were discussing for the new East Central St. Catherine. And effectively, what we're seeing here today is what he was advocating for then. However, on the matters that could not be agreed between that boundaries subcommittee of the Electoral Commission at the level of nominated commissioners and their technical assistants, which, by the way, the Electoral Commission provided a budget for a technical assistant to be employed by each party to assist in this process and to help them with the technical details, the analysis of boundaries, the analysis of and at the end of the day, where there was no agreement, the matter went to the independent commissioners and the so-called selected commissioners and the director of elections. And they made a final decision, and all commissioners accepted it. Those recommendations were then sent to Parliament, which by convention for the last 40 years or so has delegated the matter of constituency boundaries to the Electoral Commission of Jamaica and its predecessor, the EAC, the Electoral Advisory Committee. Now, bear in mind, this process to deal with addition of constituencies, 3 constituencies across 2 parishes, took 2 years and a tremendous amount of fieldwork and consultation and preparation, because field officers had to be sent out with GIS devices to properly map the new boundaries, not just of constituencies, but of the PDs as well, and the local government divisions. So I give you that technical background because in this instant case we're now facing, after what the leader of government business said, it's over a century of stasis on changing constituency boundaries, but I believe one journalist, parish boundaries, but in this case it's both, because changing parish boundaries will also be changing. It will also change its constituency boundaries.
Don't even know.
In this case, after so long, I mean, one journalist today suggested it was decades, but the leader of opposition of government business said over a century. So suddenly, notwithstanding the glacial pace at which these things have moved traditionally, suddenly, within 6 months of a general election, within 6 months of when a general election is due, we are suddenly rushing to pass these bills. Well, you didn't bring it in 2020. You're bringing it now.
The report was published. You're bringing it.
And just for, you know, there's some of us in here who are economical with the truth. And one.
We got to stop right there. There are some of us in here that are economical with the truth. I've never heard that put in that way before. Now, the point that he's making about the process that he took is a valid point, and one that cannot be understated and should not be understated. The government of Jamaica, the JLP, led by the Andrew Onus. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are okay with gerrymandering, then you do not understand or you do not appreciate the rights of the people of Jamaica. You, yourself, me and you don't appreciate it. It doesn't matter what side you're on. Any government that attempted and actually did this, that the JLP did today, making Portmore Parish the way they did it, without proper consultation, against the will and taking away the will and the rights and the power from the people of Portmore in having their own mayor. We've gone through all of it, and he's going to go through some of it as well. Then what it is that you are an enemy of progress. You're also maybe misinformed, uneducated, and if you choose to stay that way and not listen to the truth and examine the evidence and research for yourself, then you're dunce. You're dunce. We just have a call a spade. You're dunce. You're dunce. But anyway, economical. What does it mean to be economical? Economical means giving good value or return in relations to money, time and effort. Giving good value or return, meaning taking back. So when you say somebody is economical with the truth, cheap, they don't give away the truth so much. Low cost, low budget, inexpensive. So that, to me, that really tickled my intellectual fantasy right there. Well, my intellectual mind. I've never heard that before. Neru, salute to you. Economical with the truth. Wow.
You know, there's some of us in here who are economical with the truth.
Shots fired.
And one just spoke up and said that the technical work was being done.
So what he's saying is that when they say that the technical work was done, with proper procedure for this thing to become a parish, and for them to even put it in front of the parliament, it's a lie. It's a damn lie.
Stop the cap.
It's a lie.
Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
They lied,
No
ladies and
bullshit,
gentlemen.
bro.
Let's continue.
Well, I have here a letter.
Share up the live, guys.
I have here a letter from the chairman of the Electoral Commission of Jamaica.
The chairman of the Electoral Commission of Jamaica. This is the letter that is bothering them. That bothered them. Listen to this letter and listen what the letter says. Who is the letter from again?
Well, I have here a letter. I have here a letter from the chairman of the Electoral Commission of Jamaica.
The chairman of the Electorate of Jamaica. Listen to what he said about this move from the JLP. Listen.
Which proves that no technical work has been done. No technical work has been done.
You will say? No technical work has been done. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen.
Emotional damage. Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
Come on, man.
In fact, as far back as 2024, he wrote the Minister of Local Government, the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development, and advised in a letter dated June 18th that the proposed Portmore parish boundaries may negatively affect the boundaries of a constituency as stated in the second schedule of the Jamaica Constitution Order in Council 1962. That is the Constitution of Jamaica. Paragraph 2, subsection 1 states as follows, quote, the boundary of a constituency shall not cross the boundary of a parish as delimited by the Counties and Parishes Act or by any law amending or replacing that law.
Repeat that, Bunting, because Arvin don't understand that. The minister decided don't understand it. Nobody understands. Repeat it for them, Bunting.
The boundary of a constituency shall not cross the boundary of a parish as delimited by the Counties and Parishes Act or by any law amending or replacing that law. End quote.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the chairman on June 18th made them aware that it was unconstitutional by law for them to do this. What did they do, ladies and gentlemen? They went ahead and did it anyway. This is your government that you choose, you know. The 30% of you that voted, or whoever voted for the JLP, you voted for a government that is willing to violate your constitutional laws to regain power. How do you feel? Hey y'all, please remember to hit the like button. I know y'all come in sometimes and y'all forget, but the main thing, man, y'all gotta hit the like button, man, and share the live stream. Come on now, stop playing. Support, support, support. That's right. The like button is free, heard?
And then, contrary to what a certain senator has suggested, on February 12, 2025, the chairman of the Electoral Commission again wrote the clerk to the Houses of Parliament, stating the Electoral Commission of Jamaica is aware that the Counties and Parishes Amendment Bill was passed in the House of Parliament on Tuesday, February 11, 2025. And he drew her attention to the earlier letter, the one sent June 18, 2024, to the Permanent Secretary, pointing out this constitutional probable breach or breach that would occur once the bill, should the bill be passed and brought into effect. And he closes that letter and says, in the said letter of which a copy is attached, the Commission advised the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry that the proposed boundary for the parish of Portmore will impact 4 constituencies, 13 electoral divisions, and 398 polling divisions from the parish of St. Catherine.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you hear that? Should I play that back? If I should play it back, put a 1 in the chat. Alright?
And I'll go further. This letter was sent to the...
I think I should play that back.
The said letter of which a copy is attached, the Commission advised the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry that the proposed boundary for the parish of Portmore will impact 4 constituencies, 13 electoral divisions, and 398 polling divisions from the parish of St. Catherine.
13, 14, and 300. I think we should play that back.
In the said letter of which a copy is attached, the Commission advised the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry that the proposed boundary for the parish of Portmore will impact 4 constituencies.
4 constituencies.
13 electoral divisions.
13 electoral divisions.
And 398 polling divisions.
398 polling divisions. Hey!
Embarrassing.
He needs some milk. Something not right, my wisdom warriors. Something is not right. Tell about them.
Why not tell the ladies and gentlemen? Now time like this.
Help, we tired of the rhetoric.
We need your divine intervention. We're tired of the laborers. We're tired of the green people. We are so far.
Like and show up the light, the people.
We need it.
Like and show up the light, wow.
We need it. Help. Help.
From the parish of St. Catherine.
Wow.
And I'll go further. This letter was sent to the clerk, to the houses. I'm not sure what was done with it, but it was copied to the Director of Elections and the Director of Legal Affairs and Compliance. So, but I'll just give you some ideas. Of what the ECJ brought to their attention.
In life,
this is just reading one paragraph, showing all the challenges that this would cause in terms of the work of the ECJ.
Tell us.
And I'll just read, there are many bullets, but one of them, for example, says, sections of the Gregory Park and Portmore Pines divisions will be eliminated. All of PDs 51, 53, 55, and 56 will be eliminated. PDs 1, 20, 49, 50, 52, and 54 will be cut into pieces.
Wow.
Will be splintered.
Yes, all right.
Wow.
And a section of these PDs will be included by the proposed boundaries. So you are not just shattering constituency boundaries or local government division boundaries, but right down to the PD level. 398 PDs.
Even one KFC.
Wow.
Even one KFC.
398 polling divisions, you know. God, man. Yo, if anybody thought that this was not gerrymandering, I don't know what to tell you at this point if you still think that. Wow.
Subsequently, this Mr. Speaker is of such moment that the chairman of the People's National Party, Dr. Angela Brown-Burke, wrote to the Minister of Local Government on February 21st, 2025.
What?
Reminding him of the constitutional provision, which I repeat again, the boundary of a constituency shall not cross the boundary of a parish as delimited by the Counties and Parishes Act or by any law amending or replacing that law. And of course, this is the Constitution, so that clause you read superseding other laws has no application here. And she goes on, consequently, the bill, if passed into law and made operational, will immediately be unconstitutional. Immediately be unconstitutional.
Immediately.
What can go so? What can go so? What can go so?
So she urges that this bill not be brought into effect, even if it is passed here today.
You hear that?
The truth of the matter is that no work has taken place at this point by the ECJ. And we are now in the final day of February. So even if this bill were passed and brought into effect, then it would be April before any work could commence. That is the work on that will impact 4 constituencies, 13 electoral divisions, and 398 polling divisions from the parish of St. Catherine. Now, we know that a new voters list will be issued on May 31st. No, the final list, May 31st and November 30th. Those are the 2 times each year that a list is updated and published. So the next one is due on the 31st of May. But those of us who have represented constituencies also know that a draft list is issued at the beginning of May so that the parties and their liaison officers have a chance to scrutinize the list, identify any anomalies, and there are often anomalies, persons placed in the wrong PDs or even in the wrong constituencies, and they have a period, I think it's typically 10 days, to come back to the returning officer in the constituency, who then forwards those to the Director of Elections, and they are amended or corrected. So what we're really talking about is maybe a month and a half in which it would need the time to do all this work on the 4 constituencies, 13 electoral divisions, and 398 polling divisions. That cannot be done properly in that time. That would take at least 1 year for that work to be done. And I speak with knowledge because I was intimately involved the last time it was done.
People don't hear that? Want to hear that? They are trying to do a 1.5 month. They're trying to do something in 1.5 months that would take normally a year. 308 polling divisions, 14 constituency.
Embarrassing.
We need some milk.
Ball out! Whoa! We need help, Jesus.
What's up?
And again, it's constitutionally bound. So I think it was important, Mr. President, to give that technical context on on the work of the Electoral Commission as somebody who served there for 7 years and was very involved in the last period. So you will understand why today I rise in absolute and unrelenting opposition to this bill.
Wow, man. The technical side of it, ladies and gentlemen, and the letter that he spoke about. Come on, man. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about that. That part alone is like, you gotta really digest that. You know what I'm saying? To really sit down and listen to the affairs of the people of Jamaica, us, we, because this is important. This is our democracy that's at risk here, and that's not gaslighting. It's the truth. Our way of governance, our way of life, us being protected. All right, I'm gonna block this person because you can't just come here and say stuff like that. You have no knowledge of the intricacies of the thing for you to come out and say that the PMP is stalling progress. This is not about progress. I'm not going to allow any JLP personnel to come here and just lie in my comment section, or any Jamaican for that matter. And I stand on that. Tell the truth. The evidence that is being presented in front of you, these are facts. Is it not a fact that what the Jamaica Labour Party just did is unconstitutional? How can you go against the Constitution and the highest law of the land? Isn't it that the people that support the JLP are criminals? Or they like criminality? Because when I see people come in our comment section and say stuff like that, I really have to wonder about you. It's like, do anything to win. Where is the integrity? Where is the respect for the Constitution? Where is the respect for the people of Portmore? Where is it? Right? And when the video done, they can write in the comment section, but not for my life. You're mad? Don't come with that shit, man. Listen. Man, y'all let me know what y'all think about that part of the video right now. You gotta do this in parts. So, let's go to part 2 of Mr. Bunting speech in the debate about the Portmore becoming a parish today.
This brazen, undemocratic, and dangerous piece of legislation that seeks to undermine Jamaica's hard-earned democratic traditions. Let me be unequivocal. Let me be unequivocal. This bill is not about progress.
Hank, you see that person that just come in the comment section? This bill is not about progress.
This bill is not about governance. This bill is not about the betterment of Portmore. This bill is a cynical political maneuver designed to subvert democracy and manipulate the electoral boundaries for partisan gain. This bill is a wolf in sheep's clothing, dressed up in the language of development, but fundamentally rotten at its core.
Thank you. That was a perfect statement.
It represents a blatant attempt by this Jamaica Labour Party government to gerrymander Jamaica's electoral map, bypassing the Electoral Commission of Jamaica.
Exactly.
An institution that has for decades been entrusted with the independent and non-partisan responsibility for setting constituency boundaries. Mr. President.
That is important. The non-partisan responsibility of setting boundaries, electoral boundaries. Non-partisan, what does that mean? You don't have any bias. The JLP went into this bill with a clear bias, and the bias came out of Everal Warmington's mouth. And for that person that I just blocked, I unblocked you. Listen to what Everal Warmington said, and tell me that this is the PNP stopping progress. Listen to what he said.
The most difficult of the three was Portmore PARLI, and we have made it much easier now. I've been fighting before 2011 when we had the last boundary change that Portmore should not be the Spanish town. And today I'm happy to say that we have the boundary that we wanted all along.
We got the boundary that we wanted all along. We the JLP. They don't care about the people of Jamaica. They care about power for them damn self. G. Roy.
This, the president.
Get BCIC Smalls, the lowest third-party insurance in Jamaica for as low as $50.
You know that you are disturbing. You are disturbing Senator Bunting. Continue, Senator Bunting.
Thank you. Mr. President, this is an unprecedented attack on our democratic framework. And it must be rejected in the strongest possible terms. It is a shameful assault on our democratic principles.
Of course.
For over 40 years, Jamaica has been a beacon in the Caribbean and beyond for its progressive approach to electoral governance.
No, you see, let me just put this in a way for the labor rights them to understand how much this is wrong. If the PNP was in power and decided to start going down this road, having a majority of the House, if the PNP was in power and started to go down this road, can you imagine if the PNP did this with the 18 years they were in power? Can you imagine how the JLP would have reacted? How they normally react with badness? Can you imagine how Jamaica would have turned upside down? But you see, the PNP don't operate like that. And that's what I noticed. I have noticed this from when I was a very young child. As a teenager growing up. Without anybody, my parents never talked to me about politics or ever tried to sway me one way and tell me, oh, you're born liberal. No. I did not come from that type of home or that type of community. I was always there to have an independent type of thinking for myself. Right? And I noticed the individuals anytime I watched Parliament when I was young. And I see it on television. How the Jamaica Labour Party, some of them still about now. Colonel Charles, Desmond Mackenzie, they always conducted themselves with a certain level of this bully and badness type of thing. They never came off to me as intellectuals, right? That is here for the betterment of the people. It's about power and the grabbings. You understand? Bless up yourself, Chelsea. I always notice that. When I hear PJ talk, PJ is an intellectual. When I hear him talk, I have to go in a dictionary. I say, hold on, what you want to say all that? See our guys same thing too. I say, yo, hold on, what you say all that? But you see the majority, and even see how sometimes him going at some look about this type of vibes too. But see, you know, him talk some things. But me have to say, yo, me really have to go look in a dictionary. What him really mean? See? But the majority, the identity, the characteristic of the Jamaica Labour Party has always been the bad man party. In my eyes, as a youth I grew up. And I know say politicians are trickster. See? But me I try to show you. The Jamaica Labour Party been bullies from morning. Been bullies. All the PNP go down the same road that the JLP is going down in changing municipalities down to the affecting the polling divisions and the polling stations. When the PNP go into power, you're going to hear all the labor right them are going to say the PNP them wicked. But them want to come in on the comment section and come tell me say PNP don't want progress. Eh? PNP don't want progress. Virgin, we need to talk it truth, man. We need to talk it truth.
The ECJ has stood as a bulwark against political manipulation, ensuring that no government, no matter how power hungry, can unilaterally shift constituency boundaries to its advantage. It is this principled approach that helped bring an end to the political violence of the past, where hundreds of Jamaicans lost their lives in the bloody run-up to the 1980 election.
Exactly.
But you see what happened with Portmore with the march into the council? 2 MPs. 2 MPs.
It is this principled approach why just a couple elections ago, one by the slimmest of margins, was accepted without protest by the parties, losing party, and the general public because of the principled approach that the ECJ has taken.
That is true. Those margins were very, very close. Some of them lose by 100 votes. Some of them lose by even 50. Very, very close margins. And it was accepted. Nobody never ran and go on. It was accepted that yes, we lose and then move on. But with this that the JLP is doing now, ladies and gentlemen, listen. Prepare for the most roughest political ride in the history of Jamaica. I'm telling you, this is not going to be pretty. A God alone can intervene and take down them people here where I try to get third term the wrong way. May I tell you that?
No, Mr. President. This JLP government, in a shameless bid to tilt the scales in its favor, seeks to override this long-standing system by adjusting constituency boundaries.
Share up the live, people. Share up the live, please. Like up the live.
This is a naked abuse of power,
of course,
perversion of the parliamentary process, and an outright betrayal of the Jamaican people.
That is it. That is it, my boy.
Emotional damage.
The people of Portmore have spoken before, and they have spoken clearly. They have long cherished their unique status as Jamaica's only city municipality.
Nora,
they fought for and won the right to elect their mayor directly. A democratic innovation that has strengthened local governance and community representation. And yet, this JLP government, in its arrogance, believes it can strip them of this right without even consulting them in a meaningful way.
People, Kamina Johnson Smith earlier in this live stream said out of our mouth that the PNP has not given any good reason as to why the Jamaica, the Portmore shouldn't become a parish. If that is not a reason, I don't know what is. Say for instance, they changed the borders of Portmore. Say for instance, Portmore is a parish. Why did they take away the people of Portmore's unique right in their bill that they passed? Why did they take away their unique right to actually choose the mayor that they want? If it's about bettering Portmore, right? Why did they take out that part of it? More one labor right answer me, since I was not talking about progress. The fact that the Portmore can choose the mayor that they want. How many times have we seen political parties have rift between them as to who they want to be their prime minister or to lead the party? It happened in the Jamaica Labour Party and it happened in the PNP. It caused a tie of, it severed ties between people. Why I think Lisa Anna is no longer or is going out on the next trip for the PNP? Because deep down she still hurt, in my opinion, that she was not chosen to be the prime minister or the leader of the PNP. She is still hurt, in my opinion. So she wants to move on. Yes, she's hurt that Mark Golding was chosen. And there are some people within the PNP, they might be over it now. But at that time they were hurt that DAMIAN CRAWFORD. A lot of people want to see DAMIAN CRAWFORD because of this same black and white thing in Jamaica. We have a lot of issues, is what I'm saying, as a people. There's infighting in those regards. So, wouldn't you want, as the people, whether JLP or PNP, to have the right in the constitution and in the space of electing to say, you know what, I think that this man or this woman is the right person to lead Jamaica into the path of success and progress and prosperity. I choose you regardless of your political affiliation of any party. Independently, you are the man or you are the woman for the job. Wouldn't you want that? And I think that would be a resounding yes for all well-thinking Jamaicans, then ask yourself the question, why did they take away the provision of the people of Portmore to elect the mayor that they want for themselves? You know why? Because it's all about gerrymandering. It's all about them controlling the assets. The money, 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 money! Money! Make sure you take that and smoke it in your pipe. All labor right. And all people, anybody at all where one-sided and not use them brain.
Where is the referendum? Where is the democratic process? Where is the voice of the people in a decision that so fundamentally alters their political reality? It is nowhere to be found.
Nowhere.
Because this government fears what the people
Angela Blackwood, big up.
You talk about what the people said in 2020. What did they say in 2024? Which is a much more up-to-date version of their opinion.
Exactly.
They know that if the people of Portmore were given the choice, they would resoundingly reject this bill for the farce that it is.
Exactly.
This is gerrymandering disguised as development. Let us call this bill what it is: gerrymandering legislation. And for the public that may be listening and looking on, let me explain what is gerrymandering. It is the deliberate manipulation of electoral boundaries to favor one political party over another. And that is precisely what is happening here. By redrawing the boundaries of Portmore to create a new parish, the government is attempting to carve up constituencies, particularly East Central St. Catherine, deliberately altering the political balance of power to its advantage.
That's what Warmington said.
This is not, believe what Warmington said, he's on the record saying that is exactly the purpose. Yes. Mr. President, this is nothing short of an attack on free and fair elections. For decades, Jamaica has stood proudly as a model of democratic integrity, where the setting of electoral boundaries has been left in the hands of professionals, not politicians with an agenda. Let me repeat that. For decades, Jamaica has stood proudly as a model of democratic integrity, where the setting of electoral boundaries has been left in the hands of professionals, not in the hands of politicians with an agenda. By bypassing the ECJ, this government is recklessly undermining the very foundation of our democracy, throwing aside decades of progress to return to the dark days of political manipulation.
Embarrassing! He needs some milk!
You know, I want to refer to a document that I researched. It's titled The History of the Electoral Commission of Jamaica, and it was done in September 2024. But it highlights some of the persons who have contributed over the years, starting with the EAC and then transitioning to the ECJ. And what we're doing here today, what this JLP government is doing, is betraying the contribution and the memory, in some cases, of many of these great Jamaicans, these patriots. Professor Mills, Mr. Peter John Thwaites, Mr. William Chinsey, Professor the Honorable Errol Miller, the Honorable Dorothy Pine McClarty. We're talking about people like Dr. the Honorable Paul Robertson, the Honorable Shirley Miller, Mr. O.K. Melhedo, the Honorable Bruce Golding, Dr. Reginald Irvin, Professor Murray, Dr. D.K. Duncan,
wow,
Miss Portia Simpson,
Big up Mama
Honorable
P.
Errol Anderson, Carl Samuda, Mavis Gilmore, the Honorable Donald Barrington Buchanan, and the Senator Anthony Johnson. The Honorable Peter Phillips, Senator Ryan Peralta, and though he was on the other side, I would say he was a champion for an honest electoral system. He was relentless in championing the EVBIS, the electronic voter identification and ballot issuing system. And Mr. President, I could go on. When we transferred
Is that the vice president?
Well, when it became the Electoral Commission of Jamaica, we had, again, Honorable McClarty, the Honorable Maxine Henry Wilson, people like Professor the Honorable Gerald Layla, Errol Miller, the Honorable Michael Peart, Burchell Whiteman, Senator Tavares Finson, Honorable Justice Clarence Billy Walker, yours truly, Honorable Justice Carl Harrison, Professor Alvin Wint. All the contribution of all those eminent Jamaicans are being dashed by this attempt here today.
Terrible, man.
Speaker's time is up. Minister.
Mr. President, the Speaker's time having expired, my TD permitted such time as required to complete his presentation.
Question is that the Speaker be allowed sufficient time to complete his presentation. Those in favour? Those against? Ayes have it.
Thank you, Mr. President. This bill is about creating a parish in name only. In reality, it is a political scheme.
Of course.
Let us ask the critical questions. What benefit does this bill bring to the people of Portmore that they couldn't get without this bill?
Thank you.
Does it give them better infrastructure? No.
Ding, ding, ding.
Does it provide them with a public hospital? No.
Ding,
Does it
ding,
create
ding.
a parish court, a cemetery, or a public park?
Ding, ding, ding.
No, no, and no.
Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. So, big up, the General. Big up. But Chicago, how you doing, love? Salute to you. Listen, man. That is the ultimate question there. What does this bill do for Portmore as a parish that it can't do for it without it becoming a parish? Does it make it all of these things, all these deficiencies that it don't got?
Ayes have it.
Listen. Thank you, Mr. President.
This is key right
this
here.
This bill is about creating a parish in name only. In reality, it is a political scheme. Let us ask the critical questions. What benefit does this bill bring to the people of Portmore that they couldn't get without this bill?
Thank you.
Does it give them better infrastructure? No. Does it provide them with a public hospital?
No.
Does it create a parish court, a cemetery, or a public market? No, no, and no. Instead, this bill leaves the people of Portmore in a state of political and administrative limbo.
All lies will be exposed. That's all.
That's what he just did.
And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the
Mr.
wrong way.
Bunting just exposed all the lies that was being told. Dang.
It severs them from the resources of St. Catherine without offering them anything in return. It would be a parish in name only.
Exactly.
A hollow designation that serves only the political ambitions of the Jamaica Labour Party.
Sad.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. President, the opposition stands resolutely against this assault on our democratic norms. We will not stand by while this government tramples on the will of the people. We will not be complicit in the destruction of our independent electoral system. We will fight this bill with every tool at our disposal. To the Jamaican people, I say this: do not be fooled by the empty rhetoric of this government. This is not about development. This is about power. This is about control.
Exactly.
This is about undermining the democratic institutions
Yes.
that have served this country well.
Yes.
If we allow this bill to pass, what will the government carve up other parishes to further its political agenda? Will it redraw the electoral map every time it fears losing power? I could anticipate a bill coming next week trying to change the boundary between Manchester and St. Elizabeth to remove the Alligator Pond division, which will be strongly supporting the PNP.
Hey, Mr. Bunting, I know I give them no ideas, you know. Because Jamaica, if you no say, if you listen to the questions that the man is asking, you know, he could anticipate them moving Alligator Pond from its constituency and going into another parish. You, the Jamaican people, just either you don't care, you're not listening to what is going on. And much like most Jamaicans that don't follow the politics, because you see, you guys are afraid to stand on the side of truth because you don't want anybody to say, oh, you're PNP. Listen, my channel is not a PNP channel. Anybody have an opinion about it, I feel them business that. Any day I see the PNP going to power and do anything close to what Andrew wants to do to this country, we're not going to see and hear about it. At the same energy. I don't care about colors. I care about the state of the country. Because I have to live here. And I care about how we're progressing. And I care about democracy. I don't want to live in a dictatorship country. And this is where it's going. Because they're going against the constitution and doing what they want to do. What will be next, ladies and gentlemen? Ask yourself the question. What will be next?
Mr. Speaker, this end run around the Electoral Commission about this convention.
Get the lights up, guys. Get the lights up.
Developed and observed and has served this country well. This is really an attempt to retake that power from the Electoral Commission, retake that responsibility, and redraw the electoral map by using constituency boundaries. This is...
Senator Bunting, hold a second. Hold a second now. All right. This is...
Yeah, I don't want to waste no time listening to that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Morgan likes it or not, it should make you uncomfortable. Repeat. Mr. President, and I repeat my last sentence. Whether Senator Morgan likes it or not, it should make you uncomfortable. This is about undermining the democratic institutions that have served this country well.
Marlon Morgan there at the blouse and skirt place and can't keep his mouth shut. Because he thinks him there on nationwide. And he thinks him there on the media. Kind of different than I said it, my friend. Tap it nice and make the man talk. I want you. How win, man?
Embarrassing.
We need some milk.
Oh, Dada. Now sit down. Must make you uncomfortable because you know you're on the side of the evil. You know you're on the side of wrong. You know you're on the side of the wicked government. Right? And what? Because you have full your pockets and you make some money now. And then it's all about the paper. Allegedly. That's what it appears to be. Huh? Like up the live, people. Let me get the 150 likes now. Yeah, man. Everybody with up on the live. Me know say I support us them because you know the Labour them down, they don't want the heat there now.
It is a dangerous precedent, one that we must reject with every fiber of our being.
Of course.
Mr. President, authoritarians, tyrants, wannabe tyrants, petty tyrants, all attack institutions, undermine institutions. We have observed the litany of attacks from that side on an institution called the Integrity Commission.
Yes, talk about it.
We have seen the litany of attacks from that side on that institution. Now we're seeing this attack on the Electoral Commission of Jamaica.
One of the attacks on the Electoral Commission, the first strike they strike is when they took out the political ombudsman. I'm going to continuously remind you guys of that. You know. The political ombudsman removal was the first attack on the electoral office. And you must never forget, and if you don't know the real purpose of the electoral, the political ombudsman, then ladies and gentlemen, you need to go do your research. He is the political umpire. He's the referee. Him not on the side. And he was removed. Why? Because Andrew Wallace knows him of the side of the parliament of the majority. So in that area of the electorate, that would affect the same move of Portmore becoming a parish. The political ombudsman would have to be involved. And amongst many other things and responsibilities the political ombudsman has. But it is up for you, the people of Jamaica, to educate yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Educate yourself. And don't be fooled by the Jamaica Labour Party. But you see, they are banking on you being a dunce, you know. The Jamaica Labour Party is banking on you being illiterate. The Jamaica Labour Party like supporters with dunce. They don't like people that have sense and have intellect and can reason. Because they can't pull a fast one over with eye. Them can't trick with. Them don't like people them can't trick. Right? So if you're gonna walk around like a big dummy, like a stuffed pillow, that's you are the right candidate to support the Jamaica Labour Party. Yes, perfectly right. Them like the dunce thing, man. Dunce. Cause then they promote dunce this in them campaign, you know. With the clocks and everything, you know. And the type of music where they wanna play in them campaign and I promote in the first general election of them win and Jonas win. Yeah, they wanna promote dunce this. And the chopper lifestyle. Yeah.
The opposition will vote against this bill. And we will not stop there. We will fight it in the court of public opinion. We will take this issue to the people. And if necessary, we will challenge it in the courts. This bill is an affront to democracy, an insult to the people of Portmore, and a disgrace to the principles of fair governance.
Of course.
We say to this government, shame on you for attempting to turn back the clock on Jamaica's democracy. Shame on you for trying to manipulate the electoral process.
Shame on.
Shame on you for thinking the Jamaican people will stand idly by while you dismantle the democratic safeguards that have protected our nation for decades. This is not just a political fight. This is a fight for Jamaica's future. And we in the opposition will stand on the right side of history. We reject this bill, we will resist its implementation, and we will defend Jamaica's democracy with everything we have. Thank you.
Now, if you let me know when you think about that in our comment section, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, man, big up Mr. Bunting, man. Big up Mr. Bunting. Alright? Carlene Scott said them like stuffed pillow like mother. We couldn't even get out the rest of that.
That is funny, honey.
Have you seen the video?
You know, I'm gonna cover the other brother upon the I'm gonna cover him in a film speech. You know, I'm not bother. I go straight to the teacher. Straight to the teacher.
It is intended to be an evolving.
That's very nice. Like you want to hear nothing from them people. Man, yes, I'm doing. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. See teacher, yeah? Now, this is a raw reaction from me. Where DAMIAN CRAWFORD is concerned. I only heard some excitement of some of the things that he said. I think I heard like 30 second clip, and I said to myself, wow, he might beat them hard, man. He might whip them wicked. So you are going. We are going at it. We are going at it. Like and share. Like and share. Alright?
Senator DAMIAN CRAWFORD.
One teacher.
Lord. Fortunately. Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I expected the effort by political parties to gain advantage to be debated on the platforms, or indeed on the hustings. Never in my wildest dreams would I expect to be in the Senate to debate the efforts of a political party to gain political advantage. Indeed.
No, you see, this is why this man is a teacher, you know. You notice the introduction. I need you guys to listen again to the introduction. Very, very carefully, please. Just listen. This is a live stream for keen listeners. I want you to listen to the words that are coming out of the mouth of Mr. DAMIAN CRAWFORD, ladies and gentlemen.
Mr. President. Mr. President, I expected the effort by political parties to gain advantage to be debated on the platforms, or indeed on the hustings. Never in my wildest dreams would I expect to be in the Senate to debate the efforts of a political party to gain political advantage.
No, let us break that down. In the streets and on platforms where you have, you know, these rallies is where you have debates to gain political advantage. Right? Not in the Senate. We're supposed to debate, I mean, real serious topics on behalf of the people of Jamaica. But they have turned the Senate into a SHIT hole. They have muddied up the waters. And now the teacher have wasting time to come out and give the evidence in detail as to why everybody has concluded the obvious. That this is clear gerrymandering. That is what the man first line just said a while ago. That's exactly what he just said in minimal amount of words. Let's continue. One teacher.
Indeed, Mr. President, the business of government has continuously been captured by the game of politics. Indeed, Mr. President, what we have here is an effort to seek political advantage and to, as Minister Bunting suggests, to gerrymander.
You didn't know, did you? You didn't know that, did you?
Well, the only speaker of truth so far has been Minister Bunting. He might as well be a minister. But, Mr. Speaker, before we go into what we...
Marlon Morgan can't shut up, man. Man doesn't mess up everybody's speech. Brother, I want to that. Yo. Man, you've got to sit down in there, bro. Want to hear me in that background, people? Marlon Morgan, want to hear me? Shut up! Yeah, man.
Stop it. Get some help.
Get some help, dog.
I believe is the crux of the matter. There are some needs to correct some misstatements that have been made in this house. And I'll get to that soon. And previously in other houses and in the public. The first, unfortunately, Mr. Speaker, is somehow the concoction, Mr. President, is the concoction that Portmore is the vision of Edward Seaga.
Let's clear that up.
Let's clear that up. I turn, Mr. President, to indeed what can go so. I turn, Mr. President, to no less of a source than the Jamaica Library Service.
Yo, wait. So he's going to debunk the lies told. Who told those lies? Was it Fitz Henley? Oh man! Oh my God! Whoa!
Is the concoction that Portmore is the vision of Edward Seaga.
Let's clear that up.
Let's clear that up. I turn, Mr. President, to indeed what can go so. I turn, Mr. President, to no less of a source than the Jamaica Library Service. They may fire them after this or carry them to court.
Without prejudice.
The man said they may fire them after this or take them to court without prejudice. No, people, the live stream just get likes. What happened? Hey, wouldn't like up the live and call somebody share the live.
Tell Mr. President to no less of a source than the Jamaica Library Service.
I think we can trust the Jamaica Library Service.
They may fire them after this or carry them to court.
Without prejudice.
This is with prejudice. Mr. President, the Jamaica Library Service indicates that a company was formed called the Portmore Land Development Company. They purchased the property from Caymanas Estate with the intention to establish housing development. In the 1950s, Kingston ran out of flat space for development. So housing development in Portmore was seen as a response to the great outcry for housing. The article goes on to say, before development began, A dike had to be constructed to contain Rio Cobre, and a causeway had to be built to connect Kingston to Portmore. The lowlands also had to be filled by dredging the harbour and quarrying marl from Port Henderson Hill. Once this was completed, the development of housing could begin. From 1956 under Norman Washington Manning. How then could they have come to claim? And I give credit where credit is due. As president of the PNPYO, we rewarded Edward Siaga for the formation of HART. We had a whole dinner for him, he came. Mr. Siaga would have been distraught. This is not, and I can't claim that Siaga wasn't a visionary, but Portmore was never a part of his vision.
Get it right.
Indeed, while the first scheme, Independence City, was built in 1969, it was based on the completion of the Dyke Road and the causeway, for which then efforts was able to start. It says here, in 1969, well, if you want to contradict the Jamaica Library Service, go ahead, because they are authority on all things. However, it says that in 1969, under the direction of the West Indies Home, the first housing scheme in Portmore was erected and called Independence City.
Yo, that brother, they can't shut up. Beverly, big up. He can't shut up. It's like he came into the parliament to become a nuisance. The man is bringing facts and he's trying to argue facts. This is how you know he's a dummy, you know. Not everybody has with that degree, you know. Or you see them in a parliament, you know. You think see them as somebody intellectual, you know. You know how much work it takes to be an intellect? Some people have God-given gifts, but you have to know how to shut the hell up and listen. What Damian Crawford is talking about right now, I don't know nothing about. So guess what I'm doing? I'm letting him flow. But you know what? Let me go back.
Credit is due. As president of the PNPYO, we rewarded Edward Siaga for the formation of HART. We had a whole dinner for him, he came. Mr. Siaga would have been distraught.
So, Edward Siaga did not. It was not his vision for Portmore. Terry Longtongue, you're too lie. Alright? I mean, no, see, when I tell when I say it, although I never did know. Because I see a lie before, so I know see a liar. Alright? Let's continue.
This is not, and I can't claim that Siaga wasn't a visionary, but Portmore was never a part of his vision.
Thank you.
Get it right.
Indeed, while the first scheme, Independence City, was built in 1969, it was based on the completion of the Dyke Road and the causeway, for which then efforts was able to start. It says here, in 1969, well, if you want to contradict the Jamaica Library Service, go ahead, because they are authority on all things. However, it says,
you see how and a master of none. Thank you for the person who said that. You see how in dismissing, this is a teacher. Because all he's telling him is that, well, if you want to argue the facts, go and argue with the library and the records. How about that, Marlon Morgan?
Yes. That in 1969, under the direction of the West Indies Home, the first housing scheme in Portmore was erected and called Independence City. The scheme then consisted of 1,000 housing units, 2 bedrooms and 3 bedrooms. And so, while Edward Siaga was lucky enough to be in the position in 1969, the vision for Portmore started with the Portmore Development Company that was in...
It's good to learn things, you know.
You see, I was a student before me.
Yes, a teacher is here now.
I know, I'm a teacher.
Patrick, big up.
Listen, you listen.
The JLP wouldn't understand it.
Damian Crawford, with
additionally, Portmore is very important to the People's National Party.
Of course.
Not only because of the political outcomes, but also because it represents the true DNA of the People's National Party.
That's correct.
For the people.
Represents an example that if normal people are given a chance they will take that chance, like your mom, like your dad, and run with it. To this extent, after
Embarrassing.
He needs some milk.
Hey, listen, man. You know how a teacher put people in their place? Intellectually. If that don't shut Marlon Margaret up, I don't know what will. What Portmore is an example of the People's National Party giving power to the people, like your mom and your dad. Good people, well-thinking people. That's what Portmore represented, and the Jamaica Labour Party has destroyed it with this one move. But there's a God, and there's the People's National Party, and there's Mark Bolin. Hold on, look a bit, man.
the independent city in 1969, the following was built by the People's National Party: Bridgeport Phase 1 and 2, 1972 and 1974. Passage Fort, 1974. Waterford, 1975. Bridgeport Phase 3, 1976. Portsmouth, 1978. Southborough, 1979. If it was, I'm coming. If it was indeed the vision,
man can chat, man.
Of Siaga, which we are proving it was.
Hold on, where's Speaker of the House then? Where is the Speaker of the House? Earlier, remember Juliet Oles a rush Fairval Williams says she have a conversation with one person in her house. Why is Marlon Morgan being allowed to have what it seems to be a one-on-one with Damian Crawford? Why is he interrupting the man's speech? Why the Speaker of the House don't say nothing? Oh, because they're labor right. I'm just asking.
Embarrassing.
He needs some milk.
They saw a great reduction when he regained power. If it was, I'm coming. Mouth 1978, Southborough 1979. If it was, I'm coming. If it was indeed the vision of Siaga, which we are proving it was not, they saw a great reduction when he regained power, where housing had reduced to only 3 in the 1980s: Westchester, West Bay, and West Bay Phase 2. However, in the 1990s, West Bay Phase 3, Bridgeview, and as well one of the largest construction of housing units, Greater Portmore, was done. I have to give them the PJ look for Greater Portmore.
If that give the PJ look. No, you know it's a PJ. Anybody that watch debates, you know my father, well, you don't know still, but me tell you something. My father is a man who love PJ parties. You understand what I say? My father is a man who what? Love PJ parties. Them man they my father is a man who love dictionary. So you see listening to PJ Patterson, it's like it has stimulated your brain when you listen to him talk, because he always have another word in another line where you never hear before. And it is so on point that how he constructs his sentences. He's very deliberate. Very deliberate. You understand? So the time somebody give them the PJ. Hey, big up Damian Crawford. And that's so nice. Yo! You're so nice. Hey! Carly, me I tell us that the boy just disrupt me. He have no class. He has no class whatsoever, man. People don't like up alive. Me create 180 likes in a place. No, sir. You're so sweet over there.
So when we did 10,000 in the 1990s, it suggests that we are no less than 10 times the 1,000 that they did in 1969.
That's right.
We go further.
Go further, David.
Just to mash down. We come in because Portmore must know who their friend is and who their foes are. The schools that we built in Portmore include Ascot High School under the People's National Party, Cedar Grove Academy, Greater Portmore High, Waterford High, Bridgeport Primary, Gregory Clark Primary, Your schools are Independent City Primary School, thank you, for the People's National Party. Kensington Primary, Naggohead Primary 1979, Portmore Primary 1976, Southborough Primary 1979, Waterford Primary 1975.
That's right.
I think we gotta play that back. Yeah, we gotta play that back. We gotta play that back. We gotta play that
So
back.
when we did 10,000 in the 1990s,
oh, sir.
It suggests that we are no less than 10 times the 1,000 that they did in the 19.
In life?
Wow, I can't. That's so much school in Bill at Portmore. The PNP. Damn.
69.
That's right.
We go further.
Go further, David.
Just to mash down. We come in because Portmore must know.
And Marlon Mark the school you go, in primary school you go at them Billy. No one them say to you like your parents. We're living at Portmore. Hey, you see man come talk out the business in the parliament, you better sit down.
Who their friend is and who their foes are. The schools that we built in Portmore include Ascot High School under the People's National Party, Cedar Grove Academy, Greater Portmore High, Waterford High, Bridgeport Primary, Gregory Clark Primary. Your schools are Independent City Primary School, thank you, for the People's National Party. Kensington Primary, Naggohead Primary 1979, Portsmouth Primary 1976, Southborough Primary 1979, Waterford Primary 1975.
Hey y'all, please remember to hit the like button. I know y'all come in sometimes and y'all forget, but the main thing, man, y'all gotta hit the like button, man, and share the live stream. Come on now, stop playing.
Embarrassing.
He needs some milk.
So, Morgan, so you got one high school of a PNP bill. So you are a direct beneficiary of the works of the PNP.
Embarrassing.
He needs some milk.
Or you can artist say empty ball make you most nice and small and Morgan behavior. You couldn't have said it better. Esther, big up yourself outside.
I stand corrected because Cedar Grove was 2013, I think that was in the Jamaica Labour Party. A continuation and completion. So those are the facts as it relates to...
So you notice him correct, one of them. Labour Party continue one school in 2013 and finish. But that PNP started. Good, let's continue.
More and the relationship with the People's National Party. Now coming out of that, there was further lies and misinformation.
Or a continuation of the JLP. One of them something. Somebody continue something. Let's continue.
Suggest that a basis of the bill is to have Portmore manage its own affairs and own funds. Now, if you had consulted the necessary documents, one would have recognized that Portmore currently gets its own funds and manages its own affairs.
So, what? Wait, what? Yo, Brett, what? Did I hear what he just said or am I tripping? Am I tripping? What?
Affairs and own funds. To suggest that a basis of the bill is to have Portmore manage its own affairs and own funds. Now, if you had consulted the necessary documents, one would have recognized that Portmore currently gets its own funds and manages its own affairs.
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
Alright, so this is a lot to unpack. So you're telling me that they did not know that Portmore manages its own funds and affairs? And they put something in the bill to suggest that part of the purpose of the bill is for Portmore to do what it already has been doing? Oh my God.
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
Hey, who man is this?
Guys, if you don't realize that these guys really didn't do any consultation, this was rushed. This is all about gaining power in the next election and winning votes. This has nothing to do with the benefit of the parish. That right there, them not knowing that they already manage their own funds and put that as a provision in their bill, tells you that they don't know, they don't care, and they don't know. They got tunnel vision. Let us make it a parish because we want to win that constituency of St. Catherine. That's all it is about, gerrymandering. And I stand on that. And this is another evidence that shows that it is all about gerrymandering. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. Wow.
I will guide you firstly to the local government ministry's website. In the local government ministry's website, it says by the last day of each month, each municipal council is paid out 90% of the amount of property tax paid in the relevant parish and 25% of the, I can't see like one time now, and 25% of the amount paid for motor vehicle license. Like St. Catherine, separately, Portmore municipality received 90% of what is collected in property tax. And like everybody else, Portmore received 25% of what is collected in motor vehicle license. Now, contrary, there is a, what you call another fund, for which the 10% goes, managed wholeheartedly by the minister. So if Portmore is diverting any money from Portmore, it is being managed currently by Minister Desmond Mackenzie and the Prime Minister of Jamaica, not by the Parish Council of St. Patrick.
What?
That is why the closest to minister of the church would be Minister Bunting, because the truth has migrated from over that side.
No, you see, the Jamaica Labour Party is economical with the truth. And at this point, now we are now learning that the truth has migrated from over the Jamaica Labour Party. There is no truth in them. There is no, I have to play that back. I cannot believe, Ellen, I hear this? I cannot believe this. No, sir.
From Portmore, it is being managed. 90% of what is collected in property tax. And like everybody else, Portmore received 25% of what is collected in motor vehicle license.
Right.
Now, contrary, there is a, what you call another fund, for which the 10% goes, managed wholeheartedly by the minister. So if Portmore is diverting any money from Portmore, it is being managed currently by Minister Desmond Mackenzie and the Prime Minister of Jamaica, not by the Parish Council of St. Patrick.
We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them all there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out from Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me go to Portland. Why me travel to Portland? Take out somebody, man or woman.
Help. We
need your divine intervention. We're tired of the labor rights. We're tired of the green people. We are so far. We can't take it no more. We need this. We need this. We need it. Help. Help. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Psalm 46. God is our refuge and strength. Is a liberator.
What can go so? What can go so? What can go so?
Jamaica Me I pull out for Andre Stevenson right now. Jamaica. You don't understand what Damian Crawford just said a while ago? Has it sunk in your cranium what that actually means? Based off the narrative that the Jamaica Labour Party is putting out there, who posed the bill in Parliament? Who presented the bill? Wasn't it Desmond McKenzie? So with that knowledge of what Damian Crawford just exposed, Desmond McKenzie came into Parliament with a straight face to try to convince us that he was upset at first when they were saying it's gerrymandering. You remember when he did this? That's why he did it.
That is why motor vehicle license, like St. Catherine, separately, Portmore municipality received 90% of what is collected in property tax. And like everybody else, Portmore received 25% of what is collected in motor vehicle license.
Wow.
Now, contrary, there is what you call another fund for which the 10% goes, managed wholeheartedly by the minister. So if Portmore is diverting any money from Portmore, it is being managed currently by Minister Desmond McKenzie and the Prime Minister of Jamaica.
Wow.
Not by the Parish Council of St. Patrick.
Wow.
That is why the closest to Minister of the Church would be Minister Bunting, because the truth has migrated from over that side. Secondly, the rest of the funds,
mighty God of Daniel. No, sir. Man, are
then contributed to each municipality based on the kilometer of roads that exist. To date, there are 2 recommendations for boundaries of the quote-unquote parish of Portmore. The JLP boundary reduced the number of kilometers of roads and by extension reduced the probability of funds coming to Portmore.
Wow!
That is a lie. What? From the bottom of the pit of it. They're not twisting facts. You want to read it? All right.
Hold on. Marlon Morgan still a chat off him out. Make you hear what the teacher say a while ago. Hold on.
The rest of the funds are then contributed to each municipality based on the kilometer of roads that exist. To date, there are 2 recommendations for boundaries of the quote-unquote parish of Portmore. The JLP boundary reduced the number of kilometers of roads and by extension reduced the probability of funds coming to Portmore. Yes. That is a lie.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you hearing this? Do you guys understand what was just said a while ago? I never understood these intricacies. This is why it's important to listen to these debates. So you're telling me, allegedly, that when they cut Portmore from its normal boundary after passing this bill, they cut off the amount of roads in Portmore. And based off the amount of roads that's in Portmore, it reduces or increases. More roads mean more money, less roads mean less money. And who did they say was controlling that money out of Portmore? Desmond McKenzie and the Prime Minister, not St. Catherine. Hey, y'all.
We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help.
People, me not stop ball out, you know. Right now, me I go find myself one of them ball out session there for Mark Stewart. Believe. Yeah, man, me I got Mark Stewart church, man. Me, I go make sure me register my contribution to the ball out officially on a spiritual level. Because this administration have got to go. They got to go. They got to go. Got to go, ladies and gentlemen. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
From the bottom of the pit of it. They not twisting facts. You want to read it? All right, I got to move from the local government website and go to the Portmore municipality website. I don't want you to say that it is not correct. Yeah, my eye get foggy. It says here. It says here from this particular website that let me just hurry up and find it here. Yes, I can fix it.
Want to see your teacher work?
It says the parish council, based on the number of miles of parochial road in the parish and expressed as a percent of the total number of miles of parochial roads in the island. So if Portmore under boundary A have 1 kilometer and the island have 10, Portmore will get less if under boundary B they had 2 kilometer and the island still have 10. Now unless we have plans to expand the island. Because they might now go and capture all Haiti now if we make them vote. If Haiti can vote for them win the election, you know, they will do. Therefore, the boundary that the ECJ proposed, the boundary that the ECJ found.
That is funny, honey. That's funny. Oh my God, that is funny.
DAMIAN say if they can take 80 and 30 in one parish for benefit the Jamaica Labour Party, then we do it. Jesus of mercy.
Plans to expand the island. Because they might now go and capture all Haiti now if we make them vote. If Haiti can vote for them win the election, you know, they will do. Therefore, the boundary that the ECJ proposed, the boundary that the ECJ found to be reasonable in communication with both political parties, would have given Portmore more than the current boundaries that they are suggesting.
That's the real more for Portmore.
It would have, I'll soon get to that because we'll soon reach a Venn diagram. It also would mean that there are less.
Man, this is a big up Glendon and big up Albert C. Yo, this is incredible.
Collected. It would have, I'll soon get to that because we'll soon reach a Venn diagram. It also would mean that there are less money to be collected from property taxes if a smaller segment therefore would have less properties, all things held constant. That is another lie that we have to mash down. They go further to suggest that Portmore don't have its authority. The only thing that Portmore shares with St. Catherine is the health people that come around and the health department and health unit. None other is not under the management directly of Portmore. You spoke for 2 hours and one speaking my 30 minutes.
Yo, you see him disrespectful. That's even the man of it. The man of it. You know how long the ugly blouse and skirt. Yo, him just make man want this him. You know, if you ever look at how long Marlon Morgan talk for, him can't shut up yet. Him have one of the longest speech in the debate here. And the man attack and the man come. Yo, I don't even know. Him say, billionaire.
None other is not under the management directly of.
Have some decorum, man. Some respect.
You spoke for 2 hours and one speaking my 30 minutes. Additionally,
2 hours of nonsense.
There is a proposition being promoted that bills in this house have no duty to its impact on the superior law of the Constitution. And there should be no bill in this house that not only not consider but encroach on that Constitution.
That's right.
So therefore the argument that parish first and then constituency is negated by the fact that the parish bill cannot abridge the Constitution in any way.
Listen up.
The outcomes of that decision, therefore, should not create disparities, whether by prejudice or not by prejudice, that the ECJ had to highlight to be unlikely to fit in the Constitution of the country. I'm going to put that now in the Venn diagram.
Put that in the Venn diagram.
The law in the Constitution states that if you have one sect, parish A, and another sect, constituency B, there should be no intersection between constituency B with parish A and parish C. So therefore, if a constituency is shared by two parishes, that intersection is illegal. Unconstitutional. And should not be allowed.
Talk to him, Mother Patrick.
He studied the dictionary. He didn't study mathematics. So therefore, the intersection that is being created
is illegal.
Is against the Constitution. And though it was communicated by those in the know, what could be the reason? What could be the reason? What can go so? Yeah, that's what I talk to my friends over here. I'm talking to the constitutionalist. I'm talking to the friends of Portmore. There's another lie being told. That, well, they are claiming to be of the interest of the people of certain sections of Portmore. To say that places like Caribbean estates could not vote for the mayor. However, in 2016, when the municipality boundaries were recommended for change, the JLP went to court to stop that change.
Wow.
And the opinion that if it was changed, they would lose Portmore. So I should say they still lost Portmore.
Wow.
So what they're now claiming to be a basis was what they went under Hines to court in 2016 and sought to now ensure that the municipal boundaries were not changed to include the areas. I'm going to explain some more because they don't understand.
They don't understand.
They clearly don't understand.
No.
This is incredible.
I have hope in the land. I give up on mal.
A little hope in the land.
Yes. Let's go.
Just a toops of hope.
That is why I make sure I give the time. The municipality would have its own constituents. Each parish division, each division also had its own constituents. When they wanted to extend the constituent boundary for the municipality, the JLP resisted that expansion. They then went to court and won on a, what do you call that now? A technicality that a win for the JLP. But you have now come to claim that is a loss for the people of Portmore. You have now accepted the truth that when you went to court 2016, it was in an effort to disenfranchise Caribbean terrorists and other areas such as Caribbean terrorists. That is the same basis you are now claiming.
They did it.
Is a reason.
They did it.
But that didn't need a parish. That could have easily been corrected by just changing the municipal boundaries. Are coming soon. They then, yes, because I have a little thing to do. We come again to a situation where the JP is seeking to sell that there is a relationship between development and parish. Indeed, they're seeking to suggest not only that there is a correlation, but that there is a relationship. That if a parish is established, it will automatically lead. Now, wait, no man. When you check it out, there is nothing that suggests that the naming of a parish will lead to any form of development. And I hope that the nation don't buy into that argument, because everybody who wants development will soon start to ask for a parish.
Think about that.
It's based on your argument that a hospital is based on a parish. Then if Louisville wants an hospital, they should ask to be a parish.
So he's saying anywhere living in Jamaica, the argument that the JLP is making, yeah man, turn it in a parish and then you get hospital. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can imagine one municipality, this is what is going to happen under this level of rhetoric and thinking. Jamaica is going to have 100 parishes in the future. They are going to split all those parts of different parishes and turn them into parishes. That is what is going to happen, because essentially that is what they did in this instance.
You know, the last local government is 6,034 to 3,000. That is how we handle them down in that side, down in Linstead. And Linstead have a hospital, you know about that, Linstead have a hospital. Mine Linstead said they want to be a parish now.
Hey!
I'm nervous.
Hey!
I'm nervous.
Imagine that.
But that form of machination, which they want us to assume is only coincidental, is an insult. But it was also denied by a member of their own party, Edward Warmington, in having a conversation about this. Edward Warmington, he says, when we take Portmore, and I quote, when we take Portmore.
Let me play it for you, bro.
The most difficult of the three was Portmore Parish, and we have made it much easier now. I've been fighting before 2011 when we had the last boundary chain that Portmore should not be the Spanish town. And today I'm happy to say that we have the boundary that we wanted all along. Quarrel, Lakes Bend, Limestone Grove, Range Lane and that side will no longer be in Portmore Parish. So the whole of them big people on the left, then the other them is in. And we won't be able to make a decision anymore.
Member of Parliament for Southwest, Wilmington has asserted that the Jamaica Labour Party will have control of the Portmore Municipal Corporation once the separation is made.
I can say further, when we take Portmore off of St. Catherine, it's a different boundary across here. We have 41 seats, now 42 seats. Out of these 42, PNP, you have 12 in Portmore. We won 2, they won 10. Yet the one in St. Catherine Parish Council, they won 1 seat. 1 seat because they get 10 from Portmore. Now, give them back them PNP 10. Leave us alone over here. And it means that under no circumstances PNP can ever win the St. Catherine Parish Council again.
Was that we the ECJ? That we was the Jamaica Labour Party? When we take Portmore off St. Catherine, is a different ball game. We have what now? 41 seats or 42 seats? Out of this 42, they have 12 in Portmore. We won 2, they won 10. Yet they won St. Catherine Parish Council by 1 seat. Even though they carry 10 from Portmore. Now give them back them PMP 10. Leave us alone over here. And it means that under no circumstance PNP can ever win the St. Catherine Parish Council again. Never again. That is Warmington. The difference, which you may not understand in the nuance, is that Senator Bunting, in his post-analysis, may have felt that this cut, which was under consultation and agreement with the PMP and the JLP, led by the necessary authority, the ECJ, might give an advantage to the PMP's victory. No less than West Kingston gives an advantage to the JLP victory. Right. The difference here is that without communication, without consultation, the JLP, which has stated their intent, now executes that intent. And they took it further than just changing the mayor. When they went down that road to Damascus, instead of turning back, they said, let's go further and secure a seat by making the boundaries of Portmore, make one of the seats be a stronger seat. The first ball they wanted to bowl was the St. Catherine mayor. But then they said, we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You can't say that this is in no breach of nothing. This is what was said by the Jamaica Labour Party, Big Tapman, with prejudice.
With prejudice.
Yeah, who said that is duty?
With prejudice.
The next, no talk. No talk. And even though he's a little bit crass, at least he's truthful. The rest over there has tried to disguise the truth, have tried to disguise the outcome, and ask foolish questions like, what is the negative of Portmore being a parish?
Yeah.
Well, since Portmore is a subset of Jamaica, all things constant, the negatives to Jamaica will renown to the negatives of Portmore. And the fomenting, which they mean fueling, of political divide is to no benefit. Yes, yes, I hope you learn local Venn diagram. The fomenting, the fueling of disaffection among the political parties cannot benefit that vision that you have formulated in your mind. Especially since Portmore is a place likely to support the People's National Party. We are not worried about the next outcome, because we have seen this in our history. There was a time that Portmore had a JLP mayor. Key times. That was a step forward in our governance. Because though they voted for PMP constituencies or divisions, they chose to vote for a mayor of another ilk. A friend of mine. However, after that one term, Portmore said, never again. Never again. And after this one term, the seats in Portmore will say the same. It is that knowledge that has caused for this bill. Because the 3 seats over there will say never again. They say, me could try keep one.
Them try even action.
They say, they try. Action, man. And to action work like I don't think that work again. Portland say never again. So therefore, they can stay there. So therefore, they go, yes. They go to say, what is the negative? Well, first we have to analyze the negative of gerrymandering. And gerrymander was a politician in the 1800s who decided to move boundaries so that well, as a member of the ECJ, he would have represented the PMP's interest. It is a failure of the JLP to represent their own interest. Why he could have come out and said that. That is what happened. So the incompetence of the JLP rose its head once again for Bunting to get his way representing the PMP's interest at the ECJ. But what are some of the negatives? It undermines democracy. And that is important for us to know, because this might just be the start.
Exactly.
The JLP want us to feel that the election in the middle of COVID was a coincidence, and they didn't know that the PMP had a disproportionate level of support among older citizens. They want us to feel that they didn't seek political advantage and risk the lives of our people by calling it and communicating that even COVID people can vote on the day. That we must believe it is a coincidence that fear would have gripped many PMP voters who would have been in the group of the elderly. And then the day is a reaching day. The JLP then want us to believe.
Well, they can chat about reaching. That is a common sense argument. In the height of COVID, elderly people that were more high at risk, you think so they're going to come out of them house, so they're going to come vote? Andrew Holness knew exactly what he was doing. And if you can't see that through your big coconut brain, well, no brain might not in there, must be water. If you can't see that in your head, Marlon Morgan, just shut the hell up and make the man talk. The man has been untenable, man. The whole time just disrespectful and disrespect the man's speech. Because he can't handle the truth. And it's very upsetting. Right? We hardly see the man CRAWFORD coming to Parliament. Low the man, make the man talk, brother. And stop disrupt the man's speech. Because his entire speech has destroyed the Jamaica Labour Party. In the eyes of the public. Even more than they were. All well-thinking Jamaicans have another ammunition as to why this government is not the government to vote for in the next general election. Unbelievable.
That the constant delays of the local government election was as a basis of coincidence. And that wasn't them seeking to manipulate.
So them rushed the general election in a COVID, but the constant delay of the local government election, them things say, the people them don't know say, the same delay for the general election now, and the same delay they gave for the local government election, and them still lose. And guess what happened to them in our general election? Them still are gonna lose.
Emotional damage. Elections for their own benefit. And even when they did that, it did not work. They came out of the election and said in verbatim that Portmore no count. The municipality of Portmore didn't count under the Jamaica Labour Party's analysis of the outcomes. But what could be if they decided that Boscobel should be considered as a part of Outer Rio since they both have tourism and cut it onto St. Anne? Then they get back St. Mary. I don't want to get an idea. I don't want to get an idea. But then get an idea now. We have to watch them. What if they say that they... Oh no. He is trying to foment dissent.
Yo, the man does a shut off his mouth, brother.
What if the JLP goes and tell Falmouth, you know, you're getting some hotels now. You should really be under Montego Bay. We're going to cut you and put you over St. James.
Speaker's time has expired.
I'm having
And those against the idea.
For which they esteemed Wickham McNeil. Don't know the agreement, but we will. So Falmouth, for which they esteemed Wickham McNeil is now running down in that space.
That's right, that's right.
And I'm sure that they are nervous about the outcome. What if they plan to gerrymander the Falmouth? I know we are very strong in Falmouth. And come with a ridiculous that Falmouth, you'll get more road if you are Governor Flanker. I hear someone under pressure down in St. Elizabeth. What if Black River get cut off and put over by Westmoreland? And my good friend,
people, listen. He's joking about it, you know. But I want you to really pay attention to what the man is saying, you know. The fact that they did this, what else won't they do before the calling of the election? Think about it.
Patrick Peter King is looking like he wants to take advantage up in East Rural. What if half of you was cut and put into Kingston? You see the probability and possibility of all these cuts, especially
gerrymandering gone to Ghana, right?
Yeah. Too many ideas now.
I expect they will claim that since our enslavers did 14 parishes, they will not rest with one. They want 15 out of it. We're going to go 29 parishes when they're finished.
You think I joke?
And then no. Well, I am following Warmington's lead. If Warmington lead is to be followed, then when he goes to speak in Trelawney, he will say we will cut Falmouth and never again. When he goes speak in East Rural, he'll say we'll cut half of you and never again. When he goes speak in Western St. Mary, he said we'll cut Boscobel. This is what was said by a person placed in authority in the Jamaica Labour Party.
Can't go around it.
The one
I will not stop playing either.
So that is one of the...
Me not stop playing that the clip there with whatever Warmington when him say that. Out of their own mouth. I will not stop saying gerrymandering. I will not stop teaching people what gerrymandering is. Evil wicked government. JLP, Jamaica Lawless Party. Always a go against the constitution. This batch right here, so. No much time a PNP can them go court.
Negatives that may happen.
Why Patrick, me know, you know?
It creates uncompetitive elections. That's what we're trying to achieve. You want the public to believe that it is mere coincidence that this particular cut is net 800 PMP being removed from a particular seat that is supposed to be marginal. And then put in a PMP seat that is a stronghold for the People's National Party. They want us to believe that it doesn't create uncompetitive elections. It weakens political accountability. In fact, if there's any polarization of the people, it is corrected by both parties agreeing to go with whatever the referendum calls for. But for some reason, a referendum is not being considered.
Exactly.
I heard my friend KC colleague say that we should make decisions. We the 63 or we the 3 million? Because the we cannot be reserved for the parliamentarians.
Exactly.
And the we is not.
And I same thing Marlin Malawa do. And the JLP when it come on to the constitutional reform. Them no want to deal with the 3 million people in Jamaica. Them want to deal with some people and do minimal consultation They don't want to be asked real questions. You remember when the youth get up and ask Andrew Honest about the needs and what the needs are going to do? And you see how the mediator go on. You see how she wanna gallant with herself like say she don't want the youth talk and so them deal with the thing. They don't like the people. They are not for the people. The Jamaica Labour Party is not for the people.
Reserved in this Jamaica, that's out of many one people for just those who are descendants of slaves. It also must be considering those who are descendants of the Chinese who came as indentured servants and the Indians, the Europeans who came and invested. It must be a reflection of out of many. Therefore, a referendum is a true reflection of the mother of Jamaica because the many will speak.
Of course.
But they want to reserve it.
Like and share, guys. Like and share.
Will speak. We say that the people of Portmore should be able to speak on their own behalf. At a time that we need for the collective working together. I hear the party says going into this new we say them coming out of Britain now and they no longer thing and they want to be fully independent and all of that.
Yeah, man, Crawford really messed them up.
We say them coming out of Britain now and they no longer thing and they want to be fully independent and all of that. That they need a collective political cooperation. They say the king cannot tell them about a parish, but he can decipher the law. What level of madness? They say what can go so? That the arguments put forward for such a big move, for such historic as they claim. You know what's next? They're going to say Portmore have two cities. They call it two capitals. They're going to put Back Road as one and say that is historic. Never before have a parish have two capitals. We have done that. There's no benefit to that historic situation. And I'm looking at this bill. What is the substantive suggestion in this bill? That it never happened since 18, whatever that is historic. They said that it will lead to development. We have already showed that there is no causal relationship.
No relationship.
They said that of necessity, consequential amendments are being made. Our people are canvassing. We don't have time for what? PDCJ. We have election to it.
It's up to all our new subs then.
Consequential amendments are being made to the Local Government Act, which will then affect, Senator Bunting identified, 398. I'm going back into maths because we're going to round it off to 400. 400 polling divisions. That's not development, that's confusion. And it is so important somehow that right before the election it must be done.
Yes, that's
so
part.
Therefore, without time to adjust, it must be done right now because there is some advantage to Portmore for it to be done before the election. What advantage to the people of Portmore is this timing? But there is an advantage to the Jamaica Labour Party.
That is it. They are the only ones that benefit.
They come forward again.
Nobody else.
How many divisions? No, PDs. 13 divisions. So 13 people who voted in 2024. 13 groups of people, sets of people, who were all complement and by extension no intersection. Those 13 divisions now would have had people who did not contribute to their representation. That's not development, that's confusion. Confusion. There would be a group that have no representation. You don't know enough about the People's National Party. If you did, you would have joined because it is the better party. We come further. How many constituencies? I would want to read it with prejudice, so you have to tell me. All right. 4 constituencies. Now remember, the Prime Minister never fulfilled this promise of fixed election.
The man can't shut up. At this point, me feel like if me did them would have punched him in the face. Like seriously. He might annoy the hell out of me now. Bro, can you shut the hell up? The man voice annoying, brother. The man cannot talk. You can't say Damian Crawford is visibly uncomfortable. Where is the Speaker of the House? Where is the Speaker of the House to say shut the hell up? This is why the speech takes so long, you know.
So it can be any time. It don't have to be September. It can be next week. So therefore, they have now created these elements of confusion. When in a month, haven't they told the ECJ to be ready? That readiness don't include boundaries. Oh, okay. That's confusion.
Confusion, not development. Confusion.
And that confusion, coincidentally, benefits the Jamaica Labour Party. Mr. President, there's nothing in this for the people of Portmore. There's nothing. Their priorities have been outlined by the Senator Cavan Gale. Those priorities, unfortunately, have not been touched, but they are now saying that this is the answer. There's a school called Greater Portmore that the teachers had to sit out because of the stench of the sewage.
Yes, Torati.
And then when I contacted that school, they were going into what you call that distance learning because the teachers are refusing to come back to school. They have lost teachers to resignation due to the impact of the sewage plant. Instead of something coming to speak to that,
Such an important thing.
they said that there will be a parish. I want to know after today if that stench will be removed automatically by parish.
Tell us.
The good senator spoke about how the road network needs to be expanded because what was developed initially, they have outgrown that road network. And that someone disrespected him, having not recognized that he's the eminent BITU specialist. No, but it's peer specialist over there. Communication strategy specialist. Bella, there's a strategy specialist. And the medical specialist, three specialists coming here. Yes. But will that change with it being a parish? And could it have changed without it being a parish? All these grand ideas about, oh, you're going to make it be a digital center. What in this makes it more likely? Silicon Valley.
No, they reduce the size.
Lord my God.
Him said, look at Miami.
What about the AC Santa Cruz? These things are just ridiculous political statements that are being made.
Ridiculous.
The People's National Party is not against Portmore being a parish. It's against a government using its majority to create political advantage and by extension political disadvantage. The evidence stands, and as Senator Bunting says, by whatever legal means. Because we're not going to say we will never stand for the PMP taking this country again.
No, we don't.
That is what they have stated. And then say, oh, you can't say certain things, you're promoting. What?
We will not stand.
By whatever legal means, we will resist a step backward in our democratic process.
That's right.
By whatever means.
Have you seen the video of the guy?
By whatever means, ladies and gentlemen.
Have at least 1/7 participation by the residents of Portmore. That's what they fought for. What this bill that this government brings here is to say to the people of Portmore, shut your mouth. We will not listen to you. You will determine their boundaries.
By whatever legal means, we will resist a step backward in our democratic process.
That's right.
By whatever means. And with that, Mr. President, I thank you.
Thank you very much.
Forever.
Thank you, Senator Crawford.
Big up Senator Crawford. Why may I tell you, the man exposed Electoral Warmington, Desmond Mackenzie, Marlon Morgan, Andrew Holness, and the entire Jamaica Labour Party for sitting down on the other side and being an agent of gerrymandering. It's a damn disgrace.
Embarrassing. We need some milk.
Disgrace. I don't know. Let me take a call. Oh no, I can't take any calls. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Boy, Patrick, you look like I would talk to the man mother, yeah, man, cause Bertrand, may I tell you, say the man is an embarrassment to the family, brother. Man is a literal embarrassment to the family. The man came. The man came in there and just a chat off his mouth and not listening. You know what I mean? 1 second, man. Just that try to call somebody and just realize, say, you know what WhatsApp do to me? WhatsApp take one WhatsApp from me. All of my message them. Bone me. Especially when I message them on something. But ladies and gentlemen, more I hear from you know, I call the Portmore specialist. I want to know what the next step, you know. Guys, this is a legal battle now, or it should be. Elga, big up. Immigration, say Marlon Morgan is still up in Andrew Honest. Lord have mercy, boy. Can't see that part where you say this. It wasn't easy, no. Mighty God of Daniel. Boy. Like Splash Digi, busy. We still have maintained, so we need the CRAW report released, ladies and gentlemen. Still have maintained that. You see the timeline, only can screenshot the timeline. I saw this thing a while ago. No. No, I still like this. Anybody want to call in? The number is 1-876-451-6535. That's 1-876-451-6535. So they are so confused and indisciplined. Marlon Morgan is only fit to go and feed. Oh my God. And not to be sitting in the... You know, I don't want to be sued, you know, ladies and gentlemen, for bullying. Yeah. And the way how Marlon Morgan go right now, you want a JLP, they might try that. So, you know, and I'm a big guy, so hey. Just slowly making go and doing thing. But release the CRAW report. Right, that's the thing there. We don't need to know about nothing else. This Portmore thing, you know, RIP to the big man. But this Portmore parish below them pass. I feel like say in this instant, more people should have take it to the streets. And you know, DAMIAN CRAWFORD really exposed some things that I never knew. Even Peter Bunting. Two of them exposed some things that I was not aware of. So there was great value in covering both of them, and I'm happy I did. And I want to say this. Salute to all the new subs. Thank you to all of my subs, period. Thank you all of you that watch the videos. Watch the videos in their entirety. Hit the like button. Like the live. Share the live. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to all the people that donate. Salute. However few you are, thank you. And my Jamaican people, don't let it be said. Oh, my Jamaican people, Don't let it be said that on mean. Don't let it be said on mean. Support the content creator. Alright? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Support everybody. Support them. But now just start for me alone. Do not let it be said that you know mean. Every Jamaican have PayPal. I have a PayPal link right up there. Right? And a Cash App link. And the Zelle information is there as well. Do not let it be said say on me. Please don't let it be said so on me. Second of all, and most important of all, don't mean with the like button. And if you don't like the stream, dislike the video. There's a dislike button. Press it. And if you have a problem with what me I say, drop the comment in the comment section. If you agree with what me I say, drop a comment in the comment section. Only can't mean with the finger them. If you type and hit the like button. Come on, man. Let it God. You know much work? Listen to me. I have to say this. I understand that there isn't a super chat button over here, but even the content creators like Andre that has a super chat button, me no sooner super chat Andre. Like on the really a super chatting. Support the content creator them, man. Talk your mind TV. Mystic Sensation. After I press on their walk. After I press on their walk. When she put up on premiere, no gear the support what she deserve. Hot topic. We spend hours at night time. We don't know. And they on the phone, we don't know, and I'm going to voice the herd. There's so many content creators. Support them, man. I want to say for Jamaica, so. God. Support them in the freeway, them when you can support them. Don't forget to hit the like button. And don't forget to share the live stream. Good? That the cost on not but 45 seconds. Tops. Hit the like button and share the live. Take 45 seconds tops out on the day. Out of 24-hour day. Alright? And thank you guys for an amazing month of February. One of the shortest month in the year. I know there's only 3 more days in any other major month. But you'd be surprised what 3 more days can do. That's 72 hours, ladies and gentlemen, I believe. 72 hours. It's a lot of time. And a lot of things can happen in 72 hours. Here on YouTube. So thank you guys for your support. You guys have a wonderful evening. And I'll see you on the next one. Yeah, man. Only blessings, man.